Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another video. So not too long ago I posted a video of me dueling a Death Knight and I went for a really long time. This is going to be a guide on how I managed to kill him and live through his crazy damage. So the most important thing against the Death Knight is to keep them slowed. This is because Death Knights don't really have anything to take them out of a slow, because most are spec'd into Asphyxiate and not Death's Advance. Since a Monk slow is 15 seconds long and can be refreshed by melee hitting them, it is really simple to keep them slowed and you don't have to use it over and over again. The reason why it's so important is because when you have to run and kite in order to heal, and you will have to, you want him to be slowed so he has to slowly make his way over to you so you can buy more time in order to heal. This is really effective as it essentially nullifies the death grip and allows you to heal. However, if you don't slow the Death Knight when you do this, he'll be able to make his way over to you easily. If he's slowed and he sees you healing, he will likely stun you in order to stop you from healing, which is good because that's a stun that you won't have to trinket, and you can spend more time not worrying about getting stunned later. When his death grip is back up, you can rinse and repeat this process, and you'll be able to save your trinkets just in case he does get you in a stun at close range.
Here we go.
Some Death Knights will stun you then death grip you in order to ensure that you don't get away. To avoid this, you can force them to death grip early by kiting them at the start, and hopefully they will stun you stun time after the death grip. By separating the cooldowns on these abilities, you can make it so they can't stun you and death grip you at the same time. However, some Death Knights will wait for that opportunity. However, I feel that if you're at a good amount of health, it's safe to sit it, especially if you have Tiger Eye Brew to heal. To fight against Death Knights, I like to use Chi Explosion, as Death Knights have a lot of armor and you can get through it with magic damage, and Hurricane Strike generally doesn't do too much damage against them, unless you get a perfect setup and they're in Frost Presence. But if they are, they have a lot of damage potential. While they can use Anti-Magic Shell to stop that damage, if they do, and you need to come up after they've used it and it's still on cooldown, they will either not hit you with Death Strikes and Siphons to heal, or if they do, they'll take damage from it in the process. Also, using Chi Explosion gives you a lot of Tiger Eye Brew, which I think is necessary because it's going to help you a lot in terms of healing, and applying consistent pressure in order to wear them down. The reason why I don't take Hurricane Strike against Death Knights is because you can only burst so often with it, and then while you're not bursting, they'll be able to heal up, and you don't have a lot of damage to go with it after you've bursted, and because you can't build up Tiger Eye stacks as easily with Hurricane Strike, it will essentially mean that they have more time to heal, and the duel will go on forever. However, with Chi Explosion, you have constant Tiger Eye stacks to heal you or to do damage to them, and I feel like Chi Explosion is just the better thing to take. Also, Death Knights have a lot of trinkets. They've got their normal one, which gets them out of everything, Icebound Fortitude, which gets them out of stuns, and then Desecrated Ground or Lichborn if they're spec'd into it. Lichborn gets them out of fears and stuff, and Desecrated Ground I think gets them out of everything as well. Also, Death Knights standing in Desecrated Ground will also be immune to CC while they are. Because Death Knights have so many things to get them out of crowd control, they tend to use it more recklessly than other classes. At the start of the fight, when you're trying to keep them in a stun, it can be really difficult, but if you can wear out their trinkets over the course of time, and build up your Tiger Eye along the way, you'll be able to catch them in a stun later and burst them down and put them at a point where they have to go defensive instead. So overall, over the course of the fight, you should be building up your Tiger Eye stacks and wearing down their trinkets while trying to keep yours up by using the Transcendence method to get away from their death grip. It can be a little bit annoying to fight a Death Knight initially. This is because they can get out of your early CC, like your Leg Sweep and your Fist of Fury. However, because they tend to use their trinkets earlier and more recklessly, this means that you can wear them down faster than they can wear you down if you take into account the earlier tips, such as keeping them slowed often and juking their death grip as often as possible. This will mean that they have to stun you from a range and won't be able to actually hit you, rather than them getting you in close range and actually hitting you instead. And that is essentially all the tricks and techniques that I used to beat a Death Knight. If this video helped you or taught you anything, please feel free to leave a like or a comment down below to express your thoughts, opinions and experiences. And if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe so you know when I post next. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all have an awesome day and I will talk to you another time. Laters.